Time to talk about one of the lowest rated creature features out there, the Ape Man. It was released March 5th, 1943, starring Bela Lugosi, uh, Marva Eureka, and Ralph Littlefield. It was produced by Sam Katzman and Jack uh, Dietz, and is produced and written by Barney Sarkey and directed by William Bodine, who has also done films like Sparrows, Billy the Kid versus Dracula, Jesse James meets Frankenstein's daughter, Ghosts on the Loose, and a couple of others like cheesy, quirky horror comedies that was released back in the 40s and 50s and stuff like that. Yeah, William Bodine has been directing films since he was directing films back from the 20s to I think it was like the 70s or something. But yeah, the Ape Man stars Bela Lugosi, Dracula himself. This is before he became Dracula and became a huge household name in the horror community. The Ape Man is the story of a scientist who basically injects himself with ape hormones and stuff like that, and it slowly makes him become like an ape. He starts growing facial hair, long facial hair, become muscular and stuff like that. But then there's some weird side effect to it where in order for him to survive, he needs human spinal fluid to survive. So he has to go out and get them. Now this film does not follow continuity at all. It's so back and forth and convoluted and everything like that. Because in the beginning he says the scientist that helps him out says he needs human spinal fluid from a living human to survive. So Bela Lugosi goes out and kills them with the help of the ape that his roommate is, and kills him and gets the spinal fluid, which makes no sense at all. But yeah, so he gets it, and somehow he still stays alive. And he's slowly becoming the ape, and it's all about people's perceptions on how he's faring and becoming different and stuff like that, and trying to become more human again and get himself out of that predicament. Overall, this film is pretty cheesy, pretty stupid, but pretty amusing at the same time. It's one of those silly old school gorilla movies where it has a guy in a gorilla costume. Bill Lugosi with a whole pile of long hair on his face, and he's just running around being ridiculous. It definitely has a slasher creature feature aspect to it, which is neat, but it also has like a little bit of dark comedy mixed into it, which is also refreshing and fun. And yeah, but it does have the dark black and white grittiness of the 1940s. It's a good, amusing film. It's definitely not one to take seriously. Like I said, the biggest flaw with this is the continuity is all over the place. They don't follow pretty much anything, and certain characters get set up and forgotten, and then the others. But this film's only like an hour long, so it's if you want to turn off your brain, fun, amusing old school creature feature, this one you might find amusing. Overall, though, it is pretty cheesy and pretty dumb. It gets pretty redundant sometimes too in the process. This is one of Bela Lugosi's earlier films, so he's not well known, not the biggest name, and his acting is iffy in some parts, but it's still amusing. Some of the other actors are actually pretty good in this though too, and it was just a fun little time to just turn off your brain and watch something ridiculous. So I thought it was amusing. It's definitely not the greatest thing in the world, and if you're looking for a good solid narrative and stuff like that in the film, this definitely isn't it. So for you, but for me, I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5 just because it's fun. Bela Lugosi, can't really go wrong with him, even if his acting's not the greatest in this. And it's fun watching people turn into monkeys and stuff like that. It's the most common creature feature type films. So it's still with the cheesy special effects and everything like that. It's still a fun little ride. So definitely check this one out. The trailer's linked down below if you want to check it out. If I can find it on YouTube, I'll link the video down below too. But yeah, also my Instagram's always linked down below where I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. every time. So make sure you follow me there. I usually have the title on a hashtag somewhere in the video clip if you want to find it or guess it, whatever. It's there. Also, the subgenre of film's usually in there too. So in case it's something you're not interested in, then you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, make sure you like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. Comment down below your opinions of this film. Did you like it as much as I did? Or not? Let me know. I'd love to hear your opinions. Also, if you have any films that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below. So I'll try my hardest to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. And also make sure you subscribe because you never know what I'm going to talk about next. I know this was a short review, but I don't really have very much to complain about except some of the acting, and the main part was the consistency of it. So yeah, interesting film. Definitely not one I'm gonna rewatch right away, but it's still amusing. So hopefully the next few are somewhat good like this. But we'll see. All right, till the next review. Cheers.